Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica Lynn Johnson, and I am the founder of Soaring Solo, which is a company that is dedicated to the direction and development of one person plays. And welcome to day 5 of Isolate, Meditate, Create. I'm committed to this experience, doing this daily at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I should mention that it's Pacific time. Doing this every day at 9 a.m. as a means for us all to remain connected in community and creative while we are in stay-at-home mode. Um, with that said, I feel that when creating a solo show, it's really like creating a mosaic. We are making multiple pieces, multiple excerpts of art, and then we are configuring it into a final piece of art at the end of everything. So you may find that at the end of this experience, you have quite a few written excerpts that might actually culminate in a solo show, and that would be great. So if that's not your agenda, if you just want to show up and write and meditate, great. We don't have to put that end goal on it, but that could be a cool thing that comes out of this whole experience. And also, I wanted to let you guys know that I do a free class. It's also on this same Zoom link. And if you go to my website, jessicalynjohnson.com, under free stuff, you will be given the next dates to my free one-person play development class, where we actually share these pieces that we're writing. And we also do another guided meditation and visualization in my class as well. So let's go ahead and start with our meditation. So let's go ahead and get grounded. Get comfortable in your seats. And just start breathing deeply. And on the exhale, feel free to exhale audibly, letting out any tension or discomfort, any pain, any stress. And just really get as comfortable as you possibly can in your seat. Relaxing and de-stressing as much as you can. We really want to move out of our head space and into our heart space so that we are free and uncensored in our creativity. And I invite you to just do a body scan from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Where are you carrying any discomfort or pain, tension? Where are you clenching muscles? Just really notice those things and let go and relax even more. Breathe into those places, loosening and relaxing. And just feel the support of the chair or the ground beneath you. Feel the support of the creative community. Feel my support. And most importantly, feel your own support. And during this time, I know that we have a lot of stress, a lot of worries and concerns, a lot of racing thoughts with everything that's going on in our world. But give yourself the gift of this 15 or 20 minutes to just sit here in this present moment and be creative, to let all of that go for just a moment and be here now. So just notice your thoughts, but let them float by and float away. And as I guide you through this visualization, just trust whatever comes up for you. Go on the journey with me. And just know that you never have to share what you've written unless you choose to. So be really uncensored and really free in this experience. Just keeping your eyes closed and your breath deep and connected, keeping your body relaxed, and going into this visualization with me. I want you to recall a time in your life where you struggled, but you got through to the other side of it. So just recall an adversity you faced that you got to the other side of. Let that moment surface for you. What is the time that you went through something very challenging, but you got through to the other side? Let that memory resurface for you. And as that memory comes up for you, I want you to recall as many of the details as you possibly can. How old were you? What year was it? What season was it? Who else was involved? Where were you? Where were you living at the time? Just really recall the details of this experience. And what was it about this experience that was so challenging to you? What was it that had you struggling? Just recall what it was like to be in that struggle. And really let yourself go to that rock bottom place in this particular struggle. When was the darkest point of this struggle where you just thought you weren't going to come out of it? You weren't going to get to the other side of it. You really doubted that it would ever pass. Just go to that place. What was that rock bottom place in this struggle, in this memory? How did you feel during this? What feelings come up for you that you recall having at this time? What changes were happening in your life because of this struggle? What was changing in your outside circumstances? What was happening in your internal world with your mental and emotional health, with your relationships? What was changing in your circumstances because of this struggle? And when did you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel? When did you start to receive help or a paradigm shift, a new perspective, some way out of this circumstance? When did that start to change? How did that start to change? Who or what helped you out of it? Just really see that moment where things started to shift for the better toward hope, toward a new beginning or a new tomorrow. How did things start to shift? And you started to climb out of the darkness back into the light, and you started to stand back up again on your 2 feet. And what feelings come up for you as you recall coming out of this dark time, moving past this struggle, moving out of this struggle? What feelings come up for you? And then just recall being on the other side of it. Now you're completely out of that struggle. You're on the other side of it. What did you learn from it? How did it change you? What new tools do you have in your toolkit because of it? Maybe new relationships came into your life because of it. Maybe relationships that were not a fit for you left your life because of it. What are your circumstances on the other side of that struggle that perhaps were gifts or new insights, new talents that you possess? Just look for any silver lining you can find on the other side of that struggle. Look for any lessons learned or gifts that you can say you took away from that struggle, no matter how small or large they may be. How are you different because you went through that experience? And taking another deep breath in. And on the exhale, you can just slowly come back to this place, opening your eyes. I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. And I want you to just grab something to write with and write on. That could be your computer, your iPad, a journal, whatever it is, just whatever you feel comfortable writing in. And I'm going to give you 8 minutes to write about whatever came up for you. So maybe there's a character monologue in that, maybe someone who surfaced in your memory who was a part of that struggle, who you give a character monologue to. Maybe it's a scene between a few characters or a couple of characters, and in a solo show, you would, of course, be playing all of those roles or using multimedia to create multiple characters somehow. Maybe it's a piece of poetry or a first person bit of narration or monologue. The point is, there's no wrong way to do it. Just write whatever came up for you. And you only have 8 minutes, so really try to be uncensored. Let go of perfectionism. This is a first draft. It's supposed to be a little messy. That's perfectly okay. And just write for 8 minutes, starting now. And I'm going to go ahead and write with you, so it'll be a little quiet for a moment here as we all write together. And I apologize for any outside noise you're hearing. There's some construction happening in my neighborhood, so I apologize. Try to tune it out. About 5 minutes left. And just a couple of minutes left. Got about 1 minute left. Okay, that's 8 minutes, so go ahead and wrap up your thoughts. And I want to encourage you to transcribe what you've written. If you didn't put it in a document on your computer and it's written in a journal or scrap paper or something like that, I would encourage you to transcribe it into a document, start making it real, start making a script. Even if it's odds and ends, like I said, if it's just the mosaic pieces a little bit scattered in a document, there is something about putting it in a document, saving it on our computers that really makes it start to become real. And even though that's a little bit scary, that's a really beautiful and exciting thing too, because it starts to mean that we're committing to our work and to our creative voices on a different level. Um, if you feel so inclined, I would encourage you to share with someone in your life what you just wrote. If you feel that they are safe and supportive of your creative voice, then I would encourage you to share. And you're always welcome to attend my virtual free class. Again, more information is on jessicalynjohnson.com. It's usually Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., but visit my website under free stuff for more information. And that is 10 a.m. Pacific time for my free class. And but in that space, you can absolutely share your work as there is time to do so. And I also wanted to say, if you wanted to work with me in a more professional capacity, this is what I do full time, and I am currently accommodating every service that I have online on Zoom. So if you visit jessicalynjohnson.com, you can see more about my one-on-one coaching, the small group coaching that I do, and the power pairs that I do. And I really try to stay affordable, but still give really professional and top of the line services for you to create your solo show. So if you have any interest in pursuing that, please pop me an email at soringsoloartist@gmail.com or visit jessicalynjohnson.com, and we can talk about an initial consultation or joining one of the small group or power pair sessions, and I can tell you more about that as well. That's really it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And join me again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time for Isolate, Meditate, and Create.